Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Erica here. Today we are planning in my Erin Condren Life Planner the week of April 22nd through the 28th. It's the week after Easter, and I'm going to be using the Sakura Sunset kit from Two Lil Bees. I absolutely love this kit. It was so beautiful. The paper was absolutely wonderful. And I will start off with the bottom washi. Laying that down, it is split in two, with the top portion being gold foiled and a leaf or a tree-ish on the bottom washi, on the bottom part of the washi. And we will do that to both sides. I hope everyone's having a great week and has a great week moving forward. Today is Thursday, the 18th, and I am planning to edit this and have this ready to upload on Easter Sunday. So if you celebrate Easter Sunday, happy Easter to you. If you watched my last week's plan with me, you know that I will be heading out to pick up my son from the airport. He's flying home from South Carolina after visiting with his sister. Now I'm going to use this Bic whiteout that I absolutely despise. It's not good at all, but I'm trying to use it up. I did order some Tombow, and that is in. I decided to use the quote full box for the quote area. And it says there's beauty in simplicity, which I completely believe and feel that that is absolutely true. I am taking my next full box and placing that right so that it touches the bottom washi. And I'm trying a new layout this week. I don't know how I'm going to like it, but it was actually, I felt easier to lay the full boxes down and then the headers, and I didn't have to worry about cutting because I kind of was running into having to cut the full boxes that I placed in the bottom box area. So this way I didn't have to do that. So I'm just putting down the full boxes, and you'll see that the full box I chose for Thursday here, after looking at it, I realized that it matched the bottom washi, and so I didn't want them right on top of each other. So I tried to take it up, and it started tearing the paper a little bit. So I was going to leave it down and remembered that I had some undo. This was my first time using undo, and I think I used too much initially, and so I was panicking as I'm using it, thinking I just ruined my life planner, I've ruined these stickers, what am I going to do? So I was just hoping for the best and letting it dry. I moved on to Sunday's full box, giving Thursday's box or Friday's box the opportunity to dry. I then go ahead and put down the full box that I chose for Friday, and it was more of a contrasting blue color, and if you notice, I kind of put that blue background on Monday as well, and those were the two that were closest to that bottom washi. And I take that sunset sticker and put that up on Saturday, and it stuck just fine. Like I said, it was the first time using undo, so I was so nervous, but I'm so glad it worked out. Here I'm just putting on the flags to cover up the purple Erin Condren flags, although in all reality would have matched. It's probably a little darker than what's best for the kit, since the kit is more pastel-y, but it wouldn't have been a problem. Since the kit had flag covers, I decided to go ahead and use them, and the paper is thick enough to where I didn't have to white it out, and it wasn't peeking through. And here I am putting down the, I think it's like a pastel ombre bow headers that came in the kit. And I'm going to put these on above all of my full boxes. I kind of usually tend to keep that same header for my full boxes. And each header tends to have its own stickers, I guess you would say, that go under them. So just putting these headers down. So on Tuesday, I did get back from South Carolina. My husband and I drove back. It was not a bad drive. We did run into some traffic, but overall, considering it was a fairly decent drive. Now, normally going down to South Carolina, we leave at nighttime. That way, and we've done that since my kids were little, traveled at nighttime. That way the kids slept a good portion in the car without, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And we kind of just kept that same schedule now, even though my kids are older. So we left at, I wanted to leave at 1. I think we finally got out of here at like 2:20, and the ride was absolutely horrendous. There was traffic, there was pouring rain, there was fog. Now I'm traveling from New York down to South Carolina, so typically it's a 12.5-hour drive for us, and we drive straight through, but it took us about 14 hours, I believe, 14.5 hours to get there, so that was absolutely miserable. The ride was so awful. I am putting down the to-do headers here. I was too busy rambling and didn't keep up. So these are the headers that were in the kit. And I'm putting these down. And I learned from watching Plan With Me's that the slice tool is extremely helpful in picking up stickers and kind of getting under them and the edges to get them up. So that worked well for me, and I was glad that I saw others doing that, and it gave me the idea. And then I am putting down today headers to round off my full boxes here. So while we were in South Carolina, so many things that I had planned for last week didn't happen. So we didn't go to the track meet. It ended up being that they were in Columbia. They weren't even in Clemson. So we couldn't see them. The baseball team was, I want to say, playing at FSU. So they were not in town either. So there were no sports. Which ended up being okay because Saturday was kind of like just a relaxing day. I got up early to do my daughter's hair and makeup for her dress rehearsal, and after that we went back home and back to the hotel and pretty much just hung out there, taking naps in and out. We were just so exhausted. So here I am moving on to the sidebar, and I'm putting down a pretty thick piece of washi there to separate the full box with the habit tracker. Typically I like to use 2 habit trackers. I use one for hydration and one for skincare, but this kit only had one, and so that was fine. I was just gonna move forward with that. And then I put down another washi here with my weekly checklist, and I use that for my dinners. So I leave that Monday through Sunday, and then I put down this washi that matches the bottom washi, the pink with gold flowers, and for some reason it was slightly longer than all the others stickers, so it was driving me crazy because I thought it was my placement and I thought it was crooked or too far to the right, so I kept picking it up and moving it, and then I finally realized this is just too long. So I placed it down where I thought was the proper location, and I took my slice tool and a ruler and cut off the piece that was a little too long, to make sure it was all even and there were no pieces sticking over. I felt much better after I did that. And then I used a 3-bow checklist box to mark my my workouts. And I had a small space underneath that, and I decided why not put the deco there. Typically I don't have a lot of space because I use a 5-bow checklist, but a 3-bow really works well for me. I mentioned previously that on Tuesdays I work late till 9 p.m. and so I've really only been going to the gym 3 days a week, so I thought this 3-bow checklist was fine. I used a gold foiled script from Rory Sweet Addiction that said workout to mark that there, and I will have to fill out the rest with ink because I don't have any other scripts. I decided I'd go ahead and put down the 3-bow checklist underneath the to-dos, so I'm going to get that done in all the boxes so I don't forget and start laying down stickers there. I do apologize if you hear my dogs barking. I know I've mentioned that before. They are full-on barkers and always in protective mode, so they do bark a lot, especially with the weather's getting nice and there's people walking around outside. They typically don't like that, strangers walking around the house. Like I said, we've gotten used to that, so it doesn't really bother us too much. So I am finishing up putting down the 3-bow checklist, and I do apologize. I zoomed in to complete my sidebar and completely forgot to zoom back out so that you can see the whole planner as I'm laying down stickers. So Monday I laid down a sticker. Christian has off Monday. It was an unused snow day, and typically I use the day off scripts from Rory Sweet Addiction to mark when I'm off from work, but I decided to go ahead and use that to mark Christian's off from school. I don't have any school out or day off from school labels, but as I've mentioned previously, my planner kind of really has everyone's schedule in it so that I know where everyone is or what's going on in everyone's day. I did go ahead and lay down a bow label to mark Coffee Monday, and then I laid down a half box with a paper clip bow and a work label from Rory Sweet Addiction to mark that I'm back at work and we're at the nursing home for clinicals. Moving along to Wednesday, I put down a small arrow with a bow on it and a workout label because that would be a workout day for me. And Friday, I put down a flag, and it's payday. Yay, we love payday. So I wanted to mark that, and that script is also from Rory Sweet Addiction. I am putting down a half box on Saturday the 27th with a gold foiled paper clip, and that is to mark that we're having open house that day, and so I probably won't work it, but I need to make sure that it's fully staffed and that both of our labs are open, and that I have people available for the tours that can talk about our labs and what we do, talk about simulation, and all that. So I did go ahead and put in a quarter box on Tuesday to mark film plan with me, and then I put down a computer on the half box on Wednesday to mark that we have to edit the plan with me. So my habit tracker is for skincare, and I went ahead and marked that, and then dinners, I wrote that in as well. I am using the Pilot Friction Erasable black pen, which I absolutely love. I haven't written on glossy paper, but I have a funny feeling that it won't work well on that. It'll smudge, so I might give it a try when I get a kit that is glossy, but we'll see. So on Tuesday, I marked that Christian has dance and then filming that plan with me, as I mentioned, and then the clinical back to work. For Wednesday, I wrote down that I was editing the plan with me, and then Christian has dance as well. For Thursday, I mark again that Christian has dance because he always has dance. And Saturday, I marked the open house, as I mentioned. And on Sunday, it's uploading the plan with me. So for that plan with me, I think it's probably going to be my main monthly. I might put up a haul. I'm waiting for lots of Happy Mail to come in. I did place lots of orders this past weekend, so we shall see what goes up next. That is my week. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!